Hey guys, it's me, Hannah. I'm alive and coming to you live right now, literally in our lives. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is Buffering Live. You guys can use the hashtag Buffering Live or hashtag Buffering Book or whatever you want to hashtag just for all of your favorite moments. Basically, this is what today is all about. I am going to be sitting here and answering your questions while signing copies of this book. I've got all these beautiful books to sign, and we're just gonna hang out while I sign them. If you guys want to get a copy of one of these beautiful books and submit a question you want me to answer, whatever you're dying to know, you can go ahead and go to livesigning.com/Hart. You can get a copy of the book and you can submit your question. How great is that? That's so great. So yeah, I think we're good to go and just start answering questions, people. First of all, how are you? How was your day? Can I ask you some questions? Let's see how everybody's doing on Facebook. I like it when I see all those little flying hearts. Yeah, oh, this is good. Can you see me bend like this? Good. Okay, cool. Well, let's dive in because I got a lot of books to sign. So our first question, well, I guess actually I should probably explain a little bit about what buffering is and what it means to me and what you guys mean to me. I'm sure that if you're sitting here watching this, you probably already know me pretty well. But if you read this book, you're gonna get to know me really well. Like a little too well. Like a lot too well. But there's no going back. So that's that. So buffering, basically, buffering, Unshared Tales of a Life Fully Loaded, for those of you that don't know, is basically just the story of my life and everything that's happened in it up until this moment. It includes my start on YouTube. It includes stories from the beginning of my friendship with Grace Helbig and Hart, who have been a massive impact on my life. And it talks a lot about my childhood and upbringing, which was interesting, to say the least. My friend John Green wrote the quote on the back of the book, which is awesome. He hardly ever does blurbs, but he gave me a blurb because we love each other and because he read it and he was like, yeah, I'm going to do this blurb for you, Hannah. This is what John Green had to say about buffering, just in case you're a book fan who's currently on the fence. It says, this is actually, it's hard to read because it's just a compliment. Let's read it though. By turns hilarious and heartbreaking, Hannah Hart's new book is a roaring, beautiful, and profoundly human account of an extraordinary life. John Green. Yeah! Can you believe that? That's like the nicest thing anyone's ever said. Oh my God. If you guys know people in your life that are interested in memoir or interested in My Drunk Kitchen or interested in me, why don't you go ahead and share this to your Facebook. If you're on your Facebook page, you can share this to your profile, let people know this is going on. If you're on Twitter, tweet about it, guys. Let's spread the word, spread the word. And if you're on YouTube, do whatever it is YouTube has you do this day. Leave a comment, let's try it. Let me just see how many people are watching. On Facebook, we've got, yeah, what's up, people? 618. What are you guys, at school? And then I'm always curious if people are watching from their desks or if they're watching like on their phones. I would like to know that. Tweet me your answer. And then on YouTube, does it say how many people we got hanging out? Can anybody see? Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, great. So we got a lot of friends here, which is really nice. Okay, but I'm just gonna start answering questions, and what I'll do is I'll sign some books and I'll answer some questions right now. So the first question I want to answer comes from Samantha. Samantha, you're going to be getting a signed copy of this book, and here's your question being answered. It's actually a little bit long, guys, so let's read together. Samantha from Lakeland, Florida asks or says, is there any way you could tell my fiance, Alicia, that I can't wait to marry her 364 days from your signing? Oh, yay, absolutely. Hey, Alicia, guess what? Your fiance, Samantha, can't wait to marry you. Whew, that's good. Thank God, because otherwise you guys would have some stuff you have to talk about. Just saying. Marriage is a lifelong commitment. I don't envy the person that marries me because they are in for what I like to call an emotional roller coaster. But it's okay. You know, it just keeps things interesting. You'll never be bored. Okay, great. Wow. Well, I just signed 3 books. I'm going to answer another question. This one comes from Kaylee in Summerfield, North Carolina. Kaylee or Callie, hello, I'm Hannah. Thank you so much for buying a signed copy of the book, which you can get at livesigning.com/Hart. And thank you so much for asking the following question. Kaylee says, I know this is cliche, but I'm going to ask you anyways. What keeps you going when it gets hard to stay strong? Kaylee. You know, it's a great question. And actually, it's directly related to why I wrote a lot of buffering, is that it's an active choice. You know, I think our mental health and our emotional well-being is kind of a journey we take every day, or at least that's what it's like for me. I'm trying to unlearn a lot of behavioral patterns and triggers and stuff like that from my childhood, so I don't carry them continually into my adulthood. You know, it's like the buffering wheel, guys. We're processing the data of our lives, and then we get to redirect and course correct and figure out what pixelated image of ourselves we want to come fully into focus. But to answer your question, you know, I don't know. There's always that quote I always think of from Confucius, not the best guy in the world, but still this is a great quote, which is, no matter how slowly you go, don't stop. And I think that pretty much every day, especially when you're working on trying to improve yourself. But yeah, it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. Happiness is hard fought, but true happiness, sincere happiness that you've earned is very lasting. So I actually write about this exact kind of thing in chapter, what number is it? I don't remember the number, but it's called That Summer Feeling. Oh yeah, it's early on. Yeah, I think it's like chapter 5, That Summer Feeling in the book. And it talks about a lot of stuff. I spent a lot of time alone when I was a kid, and it really messes with your head to spend time alone for long periods of time. So read all about that in buffering. Maybe I should read you guys a little bit of this. Do you guys want to, does anybody want to do that? You know, maybe that would be interesting or fun. I'll read like a section of the book. If we can get up to 1,000 people on Facebook, I'll read you guys the introduction to the book, or read you guys part of the first chapter. Let me tweet that out. Let me let people know what's going down here today. So this is what it looks like when someone uses Twitter during a live stream. Isn't it fun? It'd actually just be faster if I use my hands. So here we go. Oh, I can see myself. Oh, look, there's me on the internet. Oh, that's so great. Let's see. If we get to 1,000, I will read. If we get to 1,000, wait, how do you guys like this? Live right now. If we get to 1,000 on Facebook, I'll start reading you guys. Sorry, this is how I send my text too. It drives Grace and Mamie out of their minds. Every time I'm using my phone, I say aloud exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, that sounds great. See you there in 10. I have to go. Grace is staring at me. Okay, if we get to 1,000 on Facebook, I'll start reading buffering book. I'll start reading buffering live right now. Woo, woo, woo. Come and hang. And then here's a linky. Twatted. Boom, boom, skibbity boom. Okay, guys, let's keep going. So that's my answer to your question, Kaylee. I'm going to keep answering questions. If you want to submit a question, you go to livesigning.com. Ooh, 764, 777. You guys are such little, 784. I love this. Sorry, is it just fun to watch somebody say numbers at you? 810, guys, I don't know if I'm emotionally prepared to read any of buffering out loud to you right now. Maybe I bit off more than I could chew. Oh, good. We're hovering at 812, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to keep signing books and answer another question, and then I'll check back in and see what that says. Emily from Chicago, Illinois says, at what point do you choose to be strong, and at what point do you ask for help? Emily, I'm going to save you a lot of time right now and let you know that asking for help is one of the strongest things you can do. So, bada bing, bada boom. You know, I think we have this false idea of independence in America where we're like, you have to get through everything on your own and anything less is weakness, blah. No, it's not weakness. It's just a healthy sense of self-knowledge and understanding. You know, asking for help is what we're wired to do. It's what separates us from animals, is that we can look into each other's eyes and say sincerely, I need compassion, right? You need something from another person. How many animals do you see do that? Oh, although dogs, when they're hurt, they're like, whimper, 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 cuddle me. That's what I see on Instagram. Okay, next question. This comes from Hannah in Sacaton, Arizona. I hope I pronounced that correctly. What inspired you to write about the things you write about in this book? Well, Buffering is actually loosely based off a collection of journals from age 19 to now. So it's about 10 years worth of journaling, because journaling, before I could start going to therapy or before I could start any of a self-help journey, journaling was the way I would like coach myself and calm myself down through difficult periods in my life when there were a lot of things happening that are outside my control. So what inspired me to write about the things I write about in this book are the events of my life. So let's see, we're at 930 on Facebook. Guys, again, if you want me to start reading live out loud for Buffering, hold on, let me just put this right here. Whew. If you guys want me to start reading Buffering or sections of it live right now, share this to your Facebook page. Tell your friends to start watching. Let's do it. 9:41. Yeah. Okay, next question. Mary from Athens, Tennessee. Hello, Mary. Nice to meet you. Asks, how would you let your daughter know that it's okay to be different in an uptight quid pro quo in a very, sorry, this is a great question, I read ahead. How would you let your daughter know it's okay to be different in a very uptight and status quo small town? Wow, that is wonderful. And your daughter is lucky to have you as a mother because you're being so considerate of her. I would say that for as many times as you tell someone that it's okay, they have to start believing it themselves. And as a parent, you really lead by example. So the more confident you feel in yourself, and true confidence, and the more secure you feel in your identity, your daughter will see that and she'll learn that from you. But it must be really, really hard. You know, I grew up in the Bay Area. Outside of, you know, my household was pretty conservative, but outside of it, I got to learn that I was actually probably the most homophobic person I knew, you know? And then I was the only one that turned out to be gay, you know? Explain that. Actually, you can't explain that. A lot of people who are super homophobic, I like to think, are just super big homos inside their head, you know? They're like, how dare they, and hug and kiss and hold each other with those soft, tender hands. If you're thinking that hard about it, then maybe you're a little invested yourself, you know? Just saying. Okay, let's take a peek. 974. Let's move to the next one. Lauren from Niceville, Florida. Niceville, Florida? Is that really the name of a place? Niceville? That's so lovely. Welcome to Niceville. I love that. Lauren from Niceville, Florida says, what has it been like having Grace and Mamrie throughout this whole process? It has been incredible. You know, in the chapter called Film This Moment, I talk about Mamrie Hart and when I first met her and how terrified I was of her and how insecure about my own skills as an entertainer I was, and projected that onto our friendship. So I talk about that a lot. Chapter something, Film This Moment. The chapter about Grace is called No Judging, and it's about our time we spent in Vancouver and the story of how we went and got tattoos on our ankles at 2 a.m. one night. Yeah, no tattoo parlors are open that late. So that was I don't want to say ordeal, let's just say adventure. So they have been incredibly supportive. I sent the two of them their chapters, obviously, before the book was published because I really wanted to make sure that I was doing a good and fair job accurately representing our friendship and each other. So they have been really, really great and fully supportive of the book. Grace actually just wrote the nicest thing. 961, we're losing people on Facebook, guys. Saw the feelings. Grace actually just wrote the nicest thing on her Instagram. It made me cry. She was talking so sweet. I was like, are you a pod person? What have you done with Grace Helbig? Okay, next question. Adriana in Las Vegas, Nevada says, what was your hardest chapter to write and the easiest? You know, starting around page 1 and ending around page 277, that was pretty tough. The hardest chapter to write is actually a chapter called Nest. And that's towards the end of the book. And It was hard to write because it's a very physical description of a very unpleasant situation. So Nest is the chapter I have the hardest time reading. So, and the easiest chapter to write, oh, that's easy. The easiest chapter to write is called Casual Travel Asshole, and it talks about my lessons I've learned while flying, the scariest flight I've ever been on that involved an emergency landing on a field somewhere, spoiler alert, and why I consider myself a casual travel asshole, and all the things I've learned about casual travel from traveling just pretty much constantly. So that's my answer to that. Slam. Okay, let's check out. Oh, 1,000 people on Facebook, you guys. We did it. Oh, yay. People are like, oh, yay. Okay. I guess that means we got to do it, huh? Oh, it's funny. There's a little bit of a delay, so I can see myself reacting over here. Okay, well, let's just start by reading the introduction. If we get to another 1,000, we'll read even more. So, basically, yeah, I guess let's begin. First, I'll read you. Okay, so here's the book, guys. Isn't it pretty? And then here's the inside jacket. Wow, so nice. Well, okay, should I read you? So you guys see I'm dilly-dallying. I'm trying to delay. I'm going to read you Trigger Warning, which is the name of the introduction. Oh, the foreword. Also, if you guys are a fan of the bloggess, Jenny Lawson, any of her hilarious books, Let's Pretend This Never Happened is a really, really great book. She actually was kind enough to write the introduction for this book. So the foreword is by Jenny, and I really appreciate that a lot. Jenny, if you're watching, thank you so much. And if you guys don't know her, check her out, the bloggess. Talented, gifted, funny, real, raw, honest, wonderful. Mwah. Mwah. I can't sing her praises enough. Whew. Okay, here we go. Trigger warning. This is just the introduction for the book. Hello, my name is Hannah Hart. Some of you may know me from my oh, this reminds me, actually, you can also get the book available at audible.com. You know, so if you guys want to get like an audiobook, it's available there too. But if you guys want a signed copy, livesigning.com/Hart, get assigned one of these signed copies, and you get to submit a question that I'm answering. But right now I made a promise to read a little bit from the book, so that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Hello, my name is Hannah Hart. Some of you may know me from my super glamorous life as an internet demigod who is so unavoidably famous and successful that it borders on obscene. We're living in an era of such constant output via social media that all you need is a phone and Wi-Fi connection to start creating a public persona. Got an opinion? Blog about it. Somebody said something rude? Blast them. Took a cool picture of a snail? Post that shit. Others of you may not know me at all. Maybe you've never even heard of me, but somehow you ended up holding this book. Isn't the cover neat? What pulled you in? Was it the gold foil? As I said, super glamorous. Guys, you have no idea what a pain in the ass I was about this cover. The company we ended up working with, Meat and Potatoes, just did an amazing job. I really feel like they conveyed the buffering wheel. I wanted to find a way to somehow have it be, you know, kind of digital with this like little foil, so it seems like a little bit tech futuristic, but also at the same time have a very like tangible feeling. So if you notice, the metallic buffering wheel on the back is actually the watercolor, so the edges aren't imperfect, which, God, I just love. Like I said, I'm just completely obsessed. Sorry. Anyway, listen. Here we go. That means you're about to get to know me really well, almost too well. And while I am a proud social media titan operating in the age of the overshare, it's only natural that I might need some privacy too, which is why I've never shared anything quite like this before. But it's not because I didn't want to. It's simply because I wasn't ready. Some things just take time to process, and one must have healthy boundaries of time and space in place. Simply put, boundaries plus processing equals buffering. Buffering is that time you spend waiting for the pixels of your life to crystallize into a clearer picture. It's a time of reflection, a time of pause, a time of regaining your composure or readjusting your course. We all have a limited amount of mental and emotional bandwidth, and some of life's episodes take a long time to fully load. You're probably wondering, Hannah, what are these deep, dark, and until now unshareable episodes you speak of? Well, you'll have to read the book to find out. But there are things like this: schizophrenia, sexuality, questions of faith, questions of fame, psychedelic visions in the desert. I did ecstasy at Burning Man. I write about that in here. Self-harm, sex, spiders, and more. I called this introduction Trigger Warning because I wanted to give you guys a heads up that there won't be any other trigger warnings in this book. I did this intentionally because I don't think that there are many trigger warnings in real life. What's important is to learn how to identify what triggers you and to set up your systems of support to cope after the incident has occurred. So get a cup of tea, read near a friend, or do whatever it is you do to comfort yourself should the need arise. Now, without further ado, let's go behind the scenes or screens of this life that I call mine. I think I'm ready to start, and thank you for reading. Selfishly, I wanted to write this book to feel less alone. Selflessly, I hope it makes you feel less alone too. Love, Hannah. Then it says, the names and identifying characteristics of several individuals featured in this book have been changed to protect their privacy. That's a legal thing. And then we start. Boom. First chapter is called Heirloom. Can't wait. Enjoy. Okay, guys, let's move right along. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If we can get to another 1,000, I'll read the first chapter out loud. Oh, Jesus, God. It gets well, I don't really want to tempt you guys with that too much. Okay, let's keep answering questions. Whoa! Yeah, guys, we just found out there's only 700 copies of the book left. If you want to check it out, make sure you get one because these things are selling faster than I anticipated. Again, I am going on book tour, but I'm not going to be able to go to every city in America, though I really wish I could. So this is your opportunity to have a signed copy of Buffering. If you live somewhere where I won't be stopping on my book tour, you can get info at bufferingbook.com. Please, please, please be sure to pick up a copy of this because I love signing things and I love giving them to you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Okay, next question. Also, in case you're curious, when you sign a book, you automatically submit a question and I make sure to answer them. Here we go. Misako from Vancouver, British Columbia says, hey Hannah, you're awesome by the way. I was wondering, what's your all-time favorite book? Misako, that's a great question. My all-time favorite book is a book called Letters to a Young Poet by Raina Marie Rilke. And it's a wonderful, wonderful book about the need to create and how you shouldn't fight against it. If you have a creative instinct or the creative spirit, you should let yourself create. And if you feel like you should but you don't give yourself any pressure that way either. No pressure, guys. Life's too short. Life's too short. Here we go. Next question. Amber from Valley Village, California says, I just want to say thank you for being such a lovely light in life. Congrats. Oh, thank you, Amber. Oh, you're so sweet. Sunny says, in this book, what are you most excited for your heart-to-sexuals to read about? Most nervous for us to read? I would like to say that I'm most excited for you guys to read a chapter called Shadow Boxer, which is the chapter that deals with my coming out process in detail, and which is really a lot about how I felt about myself and my sexuality in relation to my faith. So again, that chapter is called Shadow Boxer. If we can get, guys, if we can get 500 books sold, maybe I'll start reading to you guys from Shadow Boxer. Does that sound good? You guys want to hear a little bit of the big gay chapter? Yeah? There's a little porn in it right away. So anybody want to hear that? Should I tweet that? What do you guys think? Okay, I'll tweet that. I'll be like, if we sell 500 books, I'll read to you from the big gay chapter, Shadow Boxer. Yay! Here we go, tweeting it. If we sell, this just in. Or wait, news flash. How's that? Do you guys see what a good social media guru I am? News flash, kids, hot off the presses. If we sell 500 signed copies of Buffering book, I will read from the big gay chapter live right now. Let's do it. Oh man, guys, if we do that, then I'll start reading to you. Okay, let me put in the linky link. Hey, yeah. Okay, boom. Okay, newsflash, great. So we did that. If we sell 500 signed copies, I will read from the Big Gay Chapter live. Wow, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's answer more questions and sign more books. Next, Emily says, Emily from Cookeville, Tennessee. Hello, Emily. Thank you so much for buying a signed copy and thank you for submitting your question. How were you able to become so vulnerable to write a book like this? I was really motivated by you guys. I really, what keeps me the most excited about this work I do, aside from the fact that I love to entertain people and I love making people laugh, is that are those moments when I meet you guys at like meet and greets or on tour or in line, and people have had a positive effect. I've had a positive effect on their lives. And there's nothing like that feeling of having made someone stick around another day. And so I thought that if I can be as honest and as vulnerable as possible, it might help some people. Now, I'm really not an expert, guys. I'm really not an expert at a lot of things, but I can be honest and I can tell you how I've coped personally with certain things in my life, how the chapter about self-harm talks about how I personally stopped hurting myself. I don't know if that will help you guys, like if what I did will be the thing that you need to do, but just so you know, there are things that you can do that help. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to read that. I'm also nervous because I don't want people thinking, again, that I'm an expert. I am not a mental health expert at all. And if you come up to me and ask me for an answer to a question that I don't know how to solve, I won't be able to. I'll be like, yeah, definitely should talk to somebody about that. That's rough and hard. And then I'll hug you because I love giving hugs and I love receiving them. On the other side of every hug, I'm getting a hug too. That's the trick. Last book in the pile. Here, we'll put this here. Bing, 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 bing. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's answer some more questions while we get another stack. Oh, guys, this live stream is going by so fast. It's already been 30 minutes. All right, next question comes from Savannah in Flagstaff. Thank you so much, darling. This question comes from Savannah in Flagstaff. Meow, 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 meow. Sorry, guys, I just can't help it. I just keep looking at my computer. So distracting. Okay. If you were a kitchen utensil, what would you be and why? Obviously, I would like to be a spoon. I would be the spoon. Big spoon, little spoon, whatever. Just any sort of spoon is the spoon I want. So thank you, Savannah. Great question. Jordan from Rutherford College, North Carolina asks, out of all the personal stories you've shared in the book, what was the hardest to reflect on and write about? Yeah, again, probably the chapter about self-harm was really hard, and then the chapter called Nest is really hard for me to read. Sean from Davenport, Florida says, when you reached out for approval from people and stories they were involved with, did you get any requests that you not include them in the story? Ooh, well, as the little note in the beginning says of the book, some names and identifying characteristics have been changed to fit people's requests. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Melissa from Huntington Beach, California says, what are your thoughts on the lack of accurate LGBTQ plus representation in mainstream media? Love you, Hannah. Love you too, Melissa. That's a great question. My thoughts are as follows. I wish there was more. I mean, I kind of feel like, writing buffering has been my goal since this all got started 5 years ago. And my next dream of dreams is to make fucking gay rom-coms. That's all I want to do. I want to make some really fun, lighthearted LGBT rom-coms, where coming out maybe isn't the center point of focus, but we get to have storylines that are cute and interesting and fun and just happen to involve LGBTQ plus people. Just like, in Dirty 30, my relationship with my fiance in that movie is the most healthy relationship in the film. And that's awesome because I really feel like that is some positive LGBTQ plus representation. Okay, here we go. Doing some mo. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, thank you, darling. And then here we go. Next question. Olivia from Great Falls, Virginia says, what part of this book are you most excited for readers to read? All of it. I can't wait for you guys to read it. I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I'm mostly excited. I can't wait. Chelsea from Rome, Georgia says, what is one small thing that you try to do when all of the negative things in the world seem to be overwhelming? Legit, this is what I do. For me, the strongest negative forces aren't actually coming from the outside. For me, it's like when I get too deep inside my own head. That's when I have the hardest time finding positivity, It's almost like if the negative forces are coming from outside, you have something to struggle against, So that takes action, that takes energy. But for me, when I'm all wrapped up in my own head full of doubt. I actually like to look in the mirror, and I make eye contact with myself, and I tell myself nice things. Like if I'm having a panic attack or something, there's a breathing exercise you can do, which is like 4 seconds in, hold for 4 seconds, and then out for 4 seconds. It's really, really nice. It's a lot longer than that breath was, and I do it all the time. I actually probably do it a couple times a day, like when I'm driving and stuff like that. So that's lovely. And then, yeah, I look in the mirror and I make eye contact with myself and I say it's going to be okay. And it's kind of nice because you can look at yourself and think, wow, you're just a little person in this great big world. I had someone the other day, I was talking to them about mirrors, and they said, is a mirror empty or is a mirror full? And I was like, what does that mean? That's amazing. My mind is blown. Could I actually could you grab me a water from the fridge? Thank you. Yay. There are people here that are helping out, guys. They're really great. They wave from a distance. But I'm in my office. Yay, hey guys. Okay, next. Amy from Doncaster in South Yorkshire says, what has been the proudest moment with the book? One of my proudest moments with the book, and maybe, Amy, this will be particularly interesting to you, is being able to sell it in the UK. There are some countries the book is going to be available in. I'm going to announce that more, yeah, that's perfect, later this week and early next week with the links. But yes, you're going to be able to buy Buffering Abroad. Congrats. Can't wait. I wish I had links I could direct you to right now, but I don't. But I couldn't contain myself any longer. So that's really exciting news. Crushing it. All right, next. Remy from Boise, Idaho asks, what is the hardest time you have ever laughed? What is the hardest time you've ever laughed? Favorite filming equipment and setup? Ooh, good questions. Very different from each other. Very good. Hardest time I've ever laughed? Anytime I'm with my friend Hannah Gelb. She makes me laugh so incredibly hard. Hannah makes me cry laugh every time we hang out. So congratulations to her and me. And then my favorite filming equipment and setup is, and guys, FYI, I just found out we can ship, if you live internationally, you can buy a signed copy of the book. We can ship these signed copies internationally. So wherever you are in the world, you can get one of these signed copies. That is great to know. Maybe I will tweet that too. So, maybe I will. Maybe I should tweet that. Just in case you want to know. Boom. International signed copies are available internationally. All caps really helps get messages across, right, guys? Boom. There. I should have put a bunch of flags in that tweet. Damn it, Hannah. All right, next question. Carol from Charlton on I don't want to say your address in case that's what that is. United Kingdom says, Hannah, when will you be visiting the UK? I don't actually know when I'm going to be visiting the UK in soon future, but I do know that I love the UK, and London is one of my favorite cities in the world, and I love greenery, and I love fresh air. I've also always wanted to go to Ireland. We've been to Dublin, but I've always wanted to walk through the rolling green hills of Ireland. So that's a dream of mine I have as well. I also want to go back to Asia, I lived abroad in Japan. Wouldn't mind doing that again, though probably not living. Alan from Thai, Texas says, I'm looking forward to some new music to listen to. Do you have any recommendations? Ooh, or Amber, great question. Music to listen to. You guys, maybe I should start making my Spotify playlist public. I tweet a lot of music. I should probably use a hashtag. I used to hashtag HartoMusic. I tweet a lot of music pretty much on a regular basis because I can't help but share with you guys things that I really love. There's a song right now that I think is so sexy. I really like it. It's called Location, and it's by this guy. If you guys want to hear a really great jam, that's yeah, give me your location. Let me find you. What's your number? Text me. Hit me up. I won't come to you, and then we'll do some smooching, That is called Location by Khalid, Khalid. Location. Listen to it. Let's hear a little. Oh, yeah. You guys can tell this is good, right? You're already jamming out? Oh, yeah. I'm driving in a car at night. Just trying to get smooches. Oh, yeah. It just makes you want to make out. Okay, we're done. That's enough of that cell phone. Okay. Zuri from Fayetteville, Georgia. Oh my God, we sold 500 copies. No. Oh, no. Why, guys? 500 copies sold. Are you kidding me with this? Jiminy Christmas. I'm happy. Okay, we should read more. Why are you doing this to me? Because I asked you to. I get it. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, guys, be sure you get one of these copies because we're selling them, you know, and they, you know, not everything lasts forever. Impermanence, that's a big subject in buffering. But yes, I have made an agreement to, yeah, we agreed to do that, so I'm going to do it right now. Let me just Snapchat about it, let all of our little internet fam know that that's what's about to happen right now. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. So, here it comes. See, this is how I look at myself on Snapchat. Hey, guys, we sold 500 copies. I'm also talking to the live stream. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey guys, we sold 500 copies of the book, so that means right now I am going to read from the Big Gay chapter of the book, so come watch. Okay, so let me tell people, livesigning.com/Hart. Just come now, watch now, and then I'll put a bunch of rainbow flags in this. /Hart, yay! Let's talk about the big gay stuff. Yeah. Here we go. Where's the rainbow? Where's the rainbow? I have a hardest time finding the rainbow flag. Where are you at, buddy? Where are you at? I also like that now when you type things in, it like auto-generates a suggestion. I really like that. I hope you guys like that too. Okay, maybe we just don't put a rainbow in. Oh, but we need it. Okay, here we go. And rainbow. Don't mind me. Here it is. Yeah. Press and hold to pin. No. That shit just confuses me a lot. Okay, so let's do it. I'm going to tweet about it too, and also maybe put it up on Instagram. Isn't it fun to watch me do this? I bet so. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. And just do one more moment of dilly-dallying, and then we'll do it. Let's take a nice little photo for Insta, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Okay, here we go. You guys see all my Instagram faces? Oh, did that work? Is that just blurry? I have a heart. It just looks like I'm chewing on the book. No, that doesn't work at all. We'll just do one more. Now you guys can see what a narcissist I am. Yep. Oh, nope, didn't work. I turned up the volume on my phone. Okay, good. That's really cute. Yep. Hopefully you guys like that photo. Next, about to read. Sorry, guys. Live right now reading gay shit from buffering. Come join. Link in bio. Okay, let's do it. Link in bio. Oh, God. Why did I say I was going to do this in particular? Huh? Hannah regrets. Okay, rainbow. Boom. And link in bio and Facebook and Tumblr and share. Whee! Let's go. No more dilly-dallying. Okay, so the chapter is called Shadow Boxer. And I hope that you enjoy. I'm only gonna read a little bit. That's what I've decided. Oh, the chapter right before Shadow Boxer is called Keepsake. That chapter was really hard to do the audiobook for. Shit, this is a heavy book, guys. Literally. No, it's quite light. Anyway, here we go. Shadow Boxer. Ahem. Oh, I should tweet about it too. What am I doing? Gotta tweet about it. Nobody's delaying. We're just gonna tweet about it. Oh no, I'm choking on water. Can't read when you're choking. Okay, let's tweet about it. Oh, about to read some gay ass shit from #buffering book. Come watch me squirm. And then here's livesigning.com/Hart. Almost wrote Harto, rainbow emoji. Just gonna cover this in rainbows. And then we're gonna do it. Yeah, Emojipedia, one of my faves. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Rainbow, rainbow. Ready? And rainbow, rainbow. That's not the rainbow I like. I like the new rainbow. Lollipop. Maybe I should do lollipop. Okay, sorry guys. I'm done. I'm sorry. Rainbow, rainbow. Here we go. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Great. There it is. Now it's tweeted, so now people can see. That's good. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Ready? And begin. Some really great chapter titles in this book. Fear and Ecstasy. That's a great, great chapter. Body Language. That's another good one. Can you tell I'm really proud of this book? So, Shadow Boxer. This is kind of how the book is, guys. See this? See this? This is a picture of a journal entry, and then it says the italics. So anything that's in italics in the book is directly from the journal, or a journal. So when you read a section and it begins, if you see a picture of a journal or if it shifts into italics, that means that it is transcribed from my journal. So this entry is from spring of 2007. Sometimes I hear my father's voice saying that the devil wants us to misplace the anger we have at this system of things and point it towards Jehovah. It makes me feel wicked and wretched to be angry, but our Creator has not wronged me. The weakness is in myself. I'd like to start this chapter with a small disclaimer. As an LGBTQIA+ figure, I feel a great responsibility to be as informed a representative as possible. The thoughts and views expressed in this chapter are simply a retelling of my experience of coming to terms with my sexuality. This is not doctrine on gender, identity, fluidity, or any of those realities that we are creating room for in society today. If I say anything here that offends you, please know that I'm still learning too. I'd also like to start this chapter with a big disclaimer. I was raised to believe that gay people are sinners, all queer people really. Growing up, I was taught that some people are gay in the same way that some people molest children or practice bestiality. That's actually a direct quote from once when I was in Home Depot. Yeah, hate reading that. Okay. That's actually a direct quote from my father from once when we were in Home Depot. We were doing something fun, and I was young. I must have been around the age of 10. I have no idea how the issue even came up, but when he wanted to make a firm point, he didn't spend much time dancing around it. All sins are equal in the eyes of Jehovah, he replied. And sinning against Jehovah really meant sinning against my father, which was the last thing I wanted to do. All I had to do was be good enough and Christian enough, and maybe one day he would say, you know what, girls, life is looking a little rough for you, and I'm worried about your mother. Let's combine our powers and try to tackle this stuff as a family. Instead, when he picked us up for a visit, he told us we needed to take a bath. It's hard for me to revisit all the fear and judgment I held in my heart, all the loss I felt in coming to terms with my sexuality, the loss of my faith, the loss of my father, the loss of so many things just to have this one small, insignificant thing. You know, falling in love and finding a partner and living an honest and whole life. No big deal. Or at least that's how I thought about it at the time. And then we go into the chapter. Let's read the first paragraph of the chapter. That's all the disclaimer. I'll just read you this and then I have to stop and keep signing and answering questions, I feel. Unless you guys want me to do more, let me know. Tweet me and follow me on Facebook and stuff like that. Let me know. I first learned what being gay meant after my Grandpa Peter, Dad's father, had an accident and ended up in the hospital. Naomi and I were spending the weekend with Dad, and we were planning to go clean out Grandpa's apartment while he was recovering. Before we left, my father took us into the backyard to tell us something very serious, something serious and dark and shameful. He sat on the picnic table while I stood on the bench. He was probably only a little older than I am now. He looked somber and sad, a single father with his 2 daughters for the weekend and an aging father of his own that he had to take care of. I'm pretty sure he was overwhelmed. He told us that Grandpa Peter was an alcoholic, and later he said maybe a speed addict, and that he was very ill. He said that while we were cleaning out his apartment, we might see some things, disgusting things, because of how sick my grandpa was. I was pretty confused, but Naomi seemed to have a better understanding of what he meant. He then told me that Grandpa Peter was sexually attracted to little boys, and if we stumbled across anything dangerous and scary, we should clean a different part of the apartment, or tell him so he could come clean that area himself. And then the rest of the chapter, we go to the apartment, and then from there, we go into all the gay shit, guys. My gay shit. And then Shadow Boxer is actually the longest chapter in the book. It was like, originally when I wrote this chapter, it was like 60 pages. It was more like a short story of its own. but I had to shorten it, and Shadowboxer goes from there. Just my relationship with the concept of homosexuality throughout my life, ultimately culminating in when I went to college and fell in love. Fucking buffering, you guys. Get your copy today. Get your copy today. You know, signed copies, signed copies. I'm going to sign this right now. Oh, it's already signed. Whew. Is everybody feeling good? We feeling good, guys? 346. Oh, man. 346. 346. Well, if we can keep signing, if we can sell more books, and maybe, you know, if we sell another 100 or so, maybe we can go like a little, like 10 minutes over, something like that. You guys cool with that? Yeah? If we sell another 100, maybe we can keep reading stuff. Let me know. What do you think? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get this mojo going, yo. Okay, let's see. Oh, I just saw somebody tweet me saying, Harto breaking my heart with a sneak peek of Shadowboxer. Yeah. You guys want to know why it's called Shadowboxer? I'm really proud of this title. I'm actually proud of everything in this book. Not gonna lie, worked so fucking hard. Love the title, obviously, but Shadowboxer is titled that because shadowboxing is when you're not fighting against something. You're just, you know, fighting against your shadows. You're just boxing against an invisible enemy and practicing all your moves. And so for me, my sexuality was the shadowboxer in my life. That's what I've been fighting against until it knocked me out. All this and more inside of the live stream. Yeah. Thank you, darling. Guys, we are having a nice time. Are we having a good time? I feel good. Okay, next. Boo, boo, boo. Zuri. Oh, yeah, we never answered this question. Zuri from Fayette. Oh, snap. We already sold another 100. Oh, really? Oh, my God. Okay, well, then we'll definitely go. We have to sell another 100 from that. No, we'll go a little over now because we already did it. That's so cool, you guys. People are buying the book. That makes me so happy. Okay, Zuri from Fayetteville, Georgia asks, how does it feel to have a younger audience? You started off with a show about getting drunk and cooking and live shows, and from live shows, it looks like most of your audience is in high school. I will say that I really consider, I'm a big sister, right? I have a little sister. I love her very much. I consider being a role model and being a good influence to be very important to me. That's very important to me. So having a younger audience is, it's an honor. Having an audience at all is an honor. So I feel good. You know, I don't try and like censor myself or anything like that. I don't know if you guys can tell, because I really don't believe that there is anything wrong with being honest, and being honest about being responsible, you know? Like, I trust you guys to make smart, safe decisions for yourselves, and I trust that we will have open, frank, and candid discussions about these things. That's how I feel. There you go. Caitlin from Springfield, Pennsylvania says, Hannah, what was the most memorable part of filming your show, and what was the most difficult part? I'm so excited to watch it. Caitlin, I believe you're probably talking about the show for Food Network that's coming out maybe later this year, maybe earlier next year. For those of you that don't know, I have recently sold a show to Food Network. So I'm going to be on television. What? That doesn't mean that any of the YouTube stuff is going to stop, obviously, because I love the sound of my own voice. But yeah, I'm going to be coming to a TV box near you, Hannah Hart. Bah! The most memorable part about filming the show is going to have to be, well, I took a lobster at one part and I ripped it open with my hands. It was so gross. Yeah, that was real. That was a real day that we had filming. I don't know if you've ever ripped open a lobster with your hands, but there's this thing called the tamale on the inside, and it's so gross. So, coming to Food Network, check it out. Can't wait to tell you guys more. I see that we only have 400 signed copies left, so I'm going to tweet about that, let everybody know. Get your signed copy. There's only 400 left. Gotta get it. Wow. I just have been doing only all caps. Only 400 copies left. Get yours. Signed. So only 400 signed copies left. Get yours. Yay. Do you guys like this? I'm just going to keep adding rainbows. More rainbows. Why not? Pew, 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 pew. And copy. Pew, paste. Do you guys see this also, why we have to go over? Because I clearly am also just muttering to myself. So, tweeting this, get yours, still live. Only 400 copies left. Get yours. Blah. Slam. Good job, guys. We're still going strong. Still going strong. All right. Next question. LiveSigning.com. Brooke from Nashville, Tennessee says, what advice would you give to someone whose family is not okay with LGBT issues? Wow. You know, it's hard to put advice for this specific subject into a nutshell because it's such a tense subject. And also, your family is coming into it with their own prejudices, their own life experiences, and who knows what they've been through in their lives. I would say that what is helpful, you know, it took me, I came out to myself when I was 19, and then I came out to my family 5 years later. And I think that I did that only after I had set up a support system for myself. Came out to every member of my family. There were some family members that I had told. But you set up a support system for yourself. You know, you have to gain self-love and your own emotional resilience for whatever will happen. You can find a support group online. There's tons of great online resources. Find the one person in your community that you can talk to in real life. Talk to a teacher. Talk to a friend at school. Make sure you have your security blanket in place before you go into any of the hard-hitting conversations. You know, there's no way to control what someone else is going to say, but you can control how it affects you. You can comfort yourself. So good luck with that, Brooke. Wishing you the best. Next question. Jessica from St. Catharines, Ontario asks, if you had to be a fruit, what type of fruit would you like to be? Jessica, I think we all know the answer to that. I want everyone to say it with me out loud on the count of 3, from your home, from your desk at work, everywhere, you know. 1, 2, 3, banana. I would be a banana, people. Hannah banana, not to mention, I love bananas, but I also love lemons. Oh shit, what if you said lemon? Because I do Snapchat about lemons every single day. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, lemons. Or bananas. Truly, it's just between the two yellow fruits, a lemon or a banana. Bam. Next. Sabrina from Bonita Springs, Florida says, what do you hope we take from reading your secrets? I hope that you take more from reading. I hope you take anything from it. Honestly, I can't tell you what I hope you take from it because I'm not living your life. So I hope that whatever you take from it is something that you need. Books were so helpful to me, and memoir has been something I found so much comfort in my life. The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls is a great, wonderful memoir. One of my favorite books, right up there with Letters to a Young Poet. The Glass Castle really means a lot to me. And so I hope buffering can mean a lot to somebody out there. One of you, maybe. The signed copy even could mean a lot to you, huh? Order today, signed copy. Signed copy. And don't worry, you guys, even after we're done live streaming, we're still going to be selling signed copies. So if you missed out on getting it right now, be sure to go to Premier Collectibles. I've tweeted the link a bunch and get my book. Oh, it's over here. It's a link. There it is. Awesome. Kelly from Independence, Kentucky asks, what is your advice to someone about to graduate college and plan for their future? Woohoo! Kelly, first of all, get ready for life. My advice is don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take the next couple years too seriously. Go ahead. There's a really, really good book called The Defining Decade, and it's about your 20s and what you can gain from your 20s. When I graduated from college, my life could not be more different than how it is right now. It is the most different. So you really don't know what's going to happen. There's no way to prepare for the unexpected. I would say follow your heart and also read The Defining Decade and try and stay true to you. Start making positive decisions for yourself and your loved ones, Got to do that. Hannah from Highland, Indiana says, if you could go back in history, what major event would you want to be a part of and why? Lots of love. If I had to go back in history, what event would I want to be a part of and why? I would say that if I had to go back in history, I would want to watch my own birth, because I don't even know what that could do to the time-space continuum. That would be crazy. So that's what I'd like to do. Next, Tala from Austin, Texas says, if you had the chance to go back to Japan, how long would you stay and what would you do differently? Whoa! Tala, that's a great question. I had a wonderful time in Japan. It was intense, to say the least. I loved it. What would I do differently? I don't know if I would do anything differently. I had a really great experience studying abroad. Really, really great. I would love to go back to Japan, and I would love to stay and visit the mountains again. I climbed Mount Fuji. That was awesome. I would love to go check out the temples in Kyoto and Nara. That was beautiful. I love the history of Japan. I love the air. So I would go back. Whoa, we just sold another 100! What, you guys? Jiminy Christmas, a beanie was a bad idea. Whew, this is hachi machi. Holy guacamole, guys, we're selling. That's great, thank you, yay. Oh man, I should tweet that there's only 300 left now so that people can know that they get their chance. You guys are nailing it. Whew. How's my hair look? I can't see it, so I'm just gonna have to wing it for the rest. Oh wait, yes I can. I can see myself on here. Yeah, there she is. Ooh, she's hot. Let's just take the hat off. Okay, wow, you guys. Okay, let's do this. Now I have to, oh good, I can see myself adjusting my own hair. That's what it looks like when I do this. All right, here we go. 300, only 300 copies left. Yay. Boom, and link. Wow, you guys are in for a treat. You know what I'm really, really excited about? I started reading reviews on Goodreads. These were the first reviews I'd ever seen for the book. And I'm really, really excited to see what you guys think. I can't even tell you how excited I am to see what you guys think of the book. If you've read it, if you got an advanced copy, please leave a review on Goodreads so I can check it out and read about it. Writing is something I've always taken really seriously and something I hope to do more of and something I hope to get better at, So, yeah, man. Wow. Wowie. Wow. Okay, guys, we're going to go for another 10 minutes because we can. And it was supposed to be an hour, but we're going to go for another 10 just because I think we're having a really nice time. So, Bree from Berwick, Maine says, if you were a superhero, what would your power be? Ooh, yeah. So, Bree, my answer to this question is that if I was a superhero in my life, because I like to really apply these questions in realistic scenarios, in my life, if I was a superhero, what I would be, or what my power would be the ability to speak any language. I would want to be able to go to any country in the world and speak the language. I'd want to be able to bump into any person and speak their language. That would be so incredible. That would be my superpower. And also be a power that you could hide really well so the government wouldn't come find you and start doing crazy secret tests. Have I been watching Stranger Things? Yes, the answer is yes. All right, next question. Nicole from Inverness, Florida says, do you think you would have written this book without the advent of your YouTube in your life? Yeah. So, Nicole, yes. I've always had a dream of telling the story of my family. I'm really grateful to my sisters for letting me share a story that is as much theirs as it is mine. Because, I'm hoping to help out any other little girls or boys or theys out there who might be going through similar stuff. So I 100% would have written it. I don't know if anybody would have published it without you guys. So thank you for that. Thank you for this. This is what you guys did. We did this together. Yay. Okay. Boom. Signature there. Desiree from Milwaukee, Wisconsin said, why was the Lost ending so terrible? Desiree, I missed the boat on Lost. I didn't really watch it, to be honest. And I didn't really watch it because every time I watched an episode of Lost, I thought to myself, this is going nowhere. They're never going to be able to tie all these strings. It just feels like we're following different thought trains and different theories about things that could happen to people. But I was like, either they're all total absolute geniuses and they have a way to tie this all together, or we're just wandering in a desert somewhere. So, yeah. Bethany from Halifax, Nova Scotia asks, does faith have a place in your life? Yeah, It does. I've definitely been recently like on a bit of a spiritual journey because I think it's really important to have a sense of oneness. I don't know if a monotheistic linear God is really what I believe necessarily, but I do believe that that there is something divine and spiritual to life. And, we all got that sense in here. So yeah, I meditate every day. I'm on a real journey with it. I don't know. I haven't found my expression of faith yet, or my expression of oneness specifically to a label, but I'm on my way. Hey, Rachel from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey says, Hannah, do you think you will ever run out of ideas for MDK videos? Guys, last night I made a bunch of different kinds of French fries for MDK, so maybe I've already have. No, I don't think so. I hope to never stop doing my drunk kitchen. I know that I've taken my time with videos lately, but that's just because I'm a functioning human being that has a lot of stuff going on. And so it's important to me to maintain that, and I know you guys understand. I filmed 2 videos yesterday, editing them. They're going to go up. I can't wait to share. And I love making content. I don't know. I find so much joy in it, and I never want to... I just don't like making videos when I feel like we're losing that. I like to just recenter first. Becca from Aurora, Illinois says, what would you say to someone who has recently accepted the fact that they are bisexual but feels like they are never going to be able to be open about it? Oh, Becca. Being bisexual must be tough because people are like so lame about bisexuality. I do not envy you, my friend. It's hard, It's hard when you want people to know an aspect of yourself, but feel like the second you put that aspect out there, they're going to immediately start bombarding you with reasons why that's not true or why it's this way or why it's that way. Don't let their confusion confuse you. Just be yourself, love who you love, and don't try and convince them of anything because you don't have to convince somebody of something that's already true. Kia from Fayetteville, North Carolina says, what's your favorite song of all time? What an impossible question to answer. What? It's interesting because I actually have a playlist for the chapters in buffering. And I don't know if I'll post that, but I have a playlist for the chapters in buffering, and the first one is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's actually the chapter that in my head, Heirloom, the first chapter of the book, is set to, kind of in my head, or the feeling of the book. Like if I had to describe buffering in one big feeling, it'd probably be this song. It's number 88 by Lofang. Lofang, L-O-F-A-N-G, number 88. Check it out. All right, next. Lois from Lichfield, Staffordshire says, do you have a favorite/least favorite chapter? Yeah, again, as I sign chapters of this book and all that good jazz, the chapter that's my favorite's hard. The one I really like reading is Casual Travel Asshole because I think it's really funny. I love all the chapters individually. They all represent really different times of my life and myself. The most difficult chapter for me personally is a chapter called Nest. That's towards the end of the book. That chapter was a doozy. Josh from Decula, Georgia says, will you/did you narrate the audiobook? Joshy, oh my goshy, I 100% did. You guys can get the audiobook or a signed copy, or maybe both. You can get the signed copy right now by clicking the link that's around me somewhere and get your signed copy of one of these beauts. Or you can download the audiobook off Audible. And it is narrated by me. If writing the book was an emotional experience, reading it out loud was one of the hardest things I've ever done, period. So listen to it. See if I did a good job. Let me know. I can't believe Tuesday is coming, you guys. I feel like I've just been holding this for so long, and next Tuesday it's just going to be out there, and I just anticipate. I have no idea how I'm going to feel. I don't know. Is there a similar vein between terror and relief? Because whatever that is where I am. So We shall see. All right. Oh, my name, Gabby, Colonia, New Jersey, says, my name is Gabby, and it's actually my birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Gabby. Happy birthday, Gabby. And, oh, here's your question. Have you seen The L Word? Who's your favorite character? You know, I have not watched all The L Word, but my favorite, I did watch like seasons 1 and 2 and then like 6 maybe. I didn't watch the whole season though. I got kind of confused by it, to be honest. Yeah, my favorite character, I didn't have one, but I did have a favorite romantic story. I like Tina and Beth, man. I think that those were their names, Tina and Beth. I think so. I like their love. Their love. Good love. Good love. Is that, are those all the books? Oh, well, guys, gotta get them before they go. We don't have that many left. Oh my God. I hope you get one. Okay. Megan. Megan from Eglinton, New South Wales says, how has publishing buffering changed your process of writing? Publishing buffering has, I would like to think, knock on wood, improved my process. I really got to know myself more as a creative through the process of doing buffering, because it takes a lot of 277 pages in the midst of everything else that's going on was hard, but I got to learn how to work with myself as a creative in that way. I got to learn how to do redrafts, you know? I never read a second draft of anything I wrote in college, ever. But I've read and reread and drafted and redrafted and approached and reapproached this book so many times. I never thought I was someone who would have the patience of that part of the process, for that part of the process, but I do, and I did, and I learned something about myself. So yeah. Bless it. B. Okay. Emily, Sterling Heights, Michigan says, what advice would you have given your teenage self? Oh, I've got a lot of advice I would have given my teenage self. 1, stop hurting yourself, Hannah, or start loving yourself, Hannah, and just be kind to yourself. That's my advice for all teenagers. Be kind to yourself. Because if you're kind to yourself, you're kind to the people around you. And just be kind to yourself, because you are your best friend. You are all you've got. You have to learn to be nice to yourself. I'm still learning it every day. Okay, guys, we're winding down. I'm going to sign the last of these books, and when this little stack is up, we'll be done. This has been so great. I'm going to answer 3 more questions, rapid fire. Breda from Galway, what are the things in life that make you happiest? Breda, I really love food and friendship and conversation and family. Those are the things that make me happiest. I also love bathtubs. I love wine. I love scotch. I love tea. Tea makes me really happy. Fresh fruit blows my mind. And tidying. I like it when my house is clean. That's very nice to me. So, next. Would you like to have kids one day? Emma, Comrie, Perthshire. You know, children, man, it's tough. I definitely want to raise a family. Whether or not I will give birth or I'll have a genetic kid of my own, I don't know yet. We're gonna find out. I can't never say never. But I also know that adoption is a wonderful option, and there are a lot of really good kids in the world that need homes and love. And I got love. I got love for days. All right, guys, I'm going to sign these last 3 books, and then that's going to be it. That's going to be it for us. Oh, I've had such a good time. If you guys have enjoyed this, maybe we should live stream more. I'm going to start tour next week. I leave on Sunday. My first stop is Monday. It's actually the day before the book comes out. I don't know how that works, but whatever. And yeah, maybe we can live stream more. I miss you guys. It's been so great answering your questions. Thank you so much for all the love and support for buffering. I am so excited for you guys to read it. I absolutely cannot wait to hear what you think. And so that's it for me. Ciao for now, everybody. And just have a great day. Yay. Ding, ding, ding. Hello, hello. Going like this. Waving and hugging and waving and hugging and hugging and waving. Bye, bye, bye.
This is like an online book signing thing. So I'll be signing books, and then I'll be answering questions.
We're going to take 3 phone calls from some lucky winners.
So just like if you stood in line for hours and hours, this is your chance to have a second with Glenn and ask him questions.
We're hanging out again. We are live here at Franklin Entertainment in the office, kicking it. Hi, guys.
I'm gonna sign as we go, and you can buy, and we will ship this right to you. And we're also answering questions. Do you have any questions over there?
How does one get on The Bachelor?
As a seasoned comedian, do you ever completely bomb anymore? And if so, how do you deal? Oh, I have the best bombing story.
What's the most satisfying snack to eat while wearing sweatpants?
Have you girls ever thought about writing a book all together about your teen mom journey?
When you're writing,
Uh-huh.
do you listen to music?
What is the most frightening thing that you've ever done?
Who is your desert island band? That's from Kevin MacLeod.
Sean from California, you're live.
You're the lucky winner of the call.
My favorite part on The Bachelor was definitely like being in the house with all the girls.
I don't know if you remember this or not, but in Atlanta, I was the guy that chased after your car and got the WrestleMania poster signed.
Oh, I remember you.
I wanted to know what it was like seeing the stash plan for the first time when it was like a book and you had a copy of it.
I think I started crying, actually. You did. You got emotional. I was, I yeah. had like pure happiness. It was a wonderful moment.
This is great. I hope I get his voicemail. I think this is actually the wrong number. But anyway, I was looking to buy a used Vespa. It was on Craigslist. It was a purple 1973 Vespa. It was missing the seat.
So thank you guys so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your days. I hope all of you that asked so many questions get some sleep.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Bye.
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 Thank you for watching, folks.
Thank you, everyone. LiveSigning.com.
Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
I believe this is as close to a hard wrap as I'll ever get, and this is as close to doing home shopping as I'll ever be.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm going to go get drunk.
Is that how we end it? I spilled water. I'm losing my voice. Mwah.